Welcome back to my YouTube channel one more time. Today's topic is amazing. It's about understanding whether what is the reality of stock market. Is it good or is it bad? Should you invest in the stock market and attract money, or should you not invest in the stock market? Something is wrong with the stock market. Is it only for a few people? Is it not for you? Is it for you? What is the right frequency to attract money in the stock market? We're going to understand all of that today as fast as possible, only in the next 10 to 15 minutes. But before I start, everyone quickly tell me, would you like to learn whether stock market is the right place for you to invest money and to attract money? If yes, everyone type in yes in the chat window. If no, well, type in no. Those of you who are meeting me for the first time here, my name is Mitesh Khatri. I and my wife Indu Khatri, we are law of attraction coaches. This is our book, The Law of Attraction. Now let's learn about whether stock market is the right place for us or not to attract money in our life. Before I start, I have a quick question for you. Question is this: when we talk about stock market, is stock market meant for everyone? Can anybody or everybody make money in the stock market? Quickly give me yes or give me no. In fact, because I asked an earlier question of yes or no, also say YM, which means yes for the market. Say NM, which means no for the market. If you're saying YM, which means yes for the market, it means that market is for everyone. Anybody can make money over there. If you're saying NM, which means no for the market, which means you're saying not everybody is meant for the stock market, not everybody can make money in the stock market. I want to quickly know, what is the public opinion here? What is the majority people saying here? Is stock market meant for everyone? Can we all make money in the stock market? Is it really good for us? Is it really bad for us? Let's understand what's the answer there. So Vyomesh is saying yes. Pratishtha is saying yes. Madhvi is saying no. Uh, let's see more people's answer over there. Varsha is saying yes. Chitesh is saying no. Uh, Jaya is saying yes. Healthing Master is saying no. AB is saying yes. Pallavi is saying yes. Yes. Seema is saying yes. Uh, Okay, most of you are saying yes. That's very good. All right, so most of you are saying yes for this. Let's understand what is the correct answer. The correct answer is yes. Anybody and everybody can make money in the stock market, but there are some right frequency rules that you need to follow. What are the right frequency rules? Let's understand that first. 100 people invest money in the stock market. Everybody doesn't make money. The people who make money, who have the right money mindset, people who have the right money frequency, correct? What is that right money mindset? What is that right money frequency? Let's understand that first. The first thing you must understand is, what is the perspective that you have towards the stock market? If you don't change that perspective, you will not be able to make it big in the stock market. You will not be able to attract money from that stock market. So let me tell you the right perspective to look towards the stock market, the right frequency, the right mindset towards the stock market. First, everyone write down on your notepads: ordinary people invest money in the stock market only to make money. That's it. Please write that down. Ordinary people, you don't have to necessarily write down in the chat window, write it in your notepads. Ordinary people invest money in the stock market only to invest money. Now you will say, but Mitesh, that's what I want to do. I want to invest money in the stock market to make money. That's ordinary people. That's not the right way of investing. And if you're doing that, if you're investing money in the stock market only to make money, that it's not the right place for you. You should do something else for it, because stock market is not only to make money. Magicians or masters who have the right frequency to think about money, these people invest money in the market to make wealth. Everyone type in make wealth. Type the whole word make wealth. Make wealth, which means what? Make so much money that you could make enough money to live this entire life financially free. Maybe your entire next generation can live on that money. That is called making wealth. Is that even possible? Yes, it's possible if you have the right perspective towards the stock market. Let's understand that with an example. Give me names of people who you think you are inspired by in the market. Which organization owner, which person as a kind of a organization owner are you impressed by? For an example, I'm impressed by Elon Musk. Give me examples of names of people whom you are looking up to in the business world, whom you think, wow, I would want to be like this person. I want to be part of this person's success. Who is this person? Like I said, for me, There are a couple of names that I'm very fond of. One, I'm very, very fond of Elon Musk. Second, I'm extremely, extremely fond of Narayan Murthy. So now let's see what are the names that you give me in the chat window. Yes, perfect. So the names coming in are by Nikita, Warren Buffett, very good. Uh, Ratan Tata by Being Who You Are, okay. Sudha Murthy by Lakshmi, awesome. Late Junjunwala by Nikita again. Vyomesh is also saying Warren Buffett. Akshara is saying Ratan Tata. I love Ratan Tata ji. Again, Anuj is saying Narayan Murthy ji. Shailesh is again saying Narayan. Ratan Tata ji. Gansham Tech by Paresh is saying over there. All right, so the names that you've given are amazing names and perfect names. Here's a question to all of you. Let us say your hero in the market, in the stock market, whether it is Rakesh Junjunwala, whether it is Elon Musk, whether it is Narayan Murthy ji, doesn't matter who it is, Warren Buffett, anybody. Let's say your hero from the stock market business comes to you personally and says, "Hey, let's take a random name here, okay? So let's say I'm taking Lekha's name, okay? So let's say this person comes to Lekha and says, "Hey Lekha, I want you to be my business partner." Where so she's written Ratan Tata ji, so I'm going to take his name. Say Ratan Tata ji comes directly to Lekha and says, "Lekha, will you be my business partner? I'm starting a new business and I want you to be partner in that business of, let's say, 2%. And the best part is when you invest money in my business, you don't have to do anything. Okay? I will do everything. Ratan Tata ji himself, as per his experience, will do everything in this business. I will do the appointing of people. In this company, I will do the hiring. In this company, I will take care of the contracting of the new business. I will take care of reporting to you also. I will send you regular emails once in 3 months. And I will give you a report of how the business is doing. And when there is profit, I will share the profit with you 2%. But you will be my partner in profits also, in losses also. Will you be my partner? Says Ratan Tata ji to Lekha. All of you imagine the same question is being asked to you by your hero, by your dream person whom you would love to work with. What will you say? Come on, everyone, quickly give me that answer in the chat window. What will you say? Will you say yes, or will you say I will think about it? Will you say I'm not sure, or will you say of course, sir, 100%? What will you say to this hero of yours who's asking you to become part of his or her business? And they are saying they will do all the work. Okay, they will do all the work, everything from start to end. They will share the profits when when the profit comes. What will you say? Okay, so let's see what people are saying. Urmila saying yes, Madhvi saying yes, Shashi saying yes, Prashanta saying yes, Akshara saying yes. Madhvi saying yes again. Vandana saying yes. Lekha, of course, must be saying yes. I haven't seen that answer yet. Okay, so of course, 100%. Of course, right? You will say yes to Ratan Tata ji. You will say yes to Narayan Murthy ji. You will say yes to Mukesh Ambani ji. You will say yes to Elon Musk. Of course, you will say yes, right? Why? Because you know them. You know these people are big thinkers. You know from last 50 years of their background, not like 2 or 3 years, right? Like 50 years of their background, they've always thought big. And in the last 50 years, they've always grown and grown and grown and grown. The best part is these people's ambition, listen to me carefully, these people's ambition is 100 times, 1,000 times bigger than our ambition of making money. How many of you agree with that? Type in absolutely, or just type in A for absolutely if you agree. That doesn't matter who your hero is, whether it is Sudha Murthy ji or heroine or Narayan Murthy ji as your hero, their ambition and their thinking level is 1,000% bigger than you and me. Do you agree with that? If yes, type in A for absolutely agree. Correct? Now, if you know that they think 1,000% bigger than you, if you know that in the last 50 years they've always succeeded, then obviously it's the right decision to work with them as a partner, correct? Now, this is the mindset that you must have when you invest stock money in the stock market. Never invest money on only a stock. Invest money on the owner of the stock. Yes, invest money on the owner of the stock, which means the organization. Example, don't invest in Infosys, invest in Narayan Murthy ji. Don't invest in SpaceX, invest in Elon Musk. Don't invest in Tata and Sons, invest in Ratan Tata ji. When you invest with the right people, with the right mindset, now you are working with them in a way. They are doing all the job for you. And the best part is when they make wealth, you make a part of their wealth. And their wealth is so huge, their wealth is so big that even 0.1% of that wealth for us is huge. How many of you agree with that? Type an I in the chat window. 0.1% of their wealth for us is going to be huge. But the problem is, most of us, when we invest money in the market, we invest on organizations. We ask questions like, what is the stock price today? We ask questions like, what will happen after 6 months? How much return will I make on this? Will I make 10%? Will I make 5%? Will I make 20% on this stock? What's the trend going on in the market right now? Ordinary people invest like this. This is called investing in the money in the market to make money. Never do that. Only invest in the market when you're ready to invest in people whom you love and people whom you respect and people whom you have studied that in the last 50 years they've made wealth. And if you agree that in the next 50 years, their goal is 1,000% bigger than your goal, now you don't have to worry. If you invest on people in the stock market, then anybody can make money in the stock market. Is this simple to understand? Is this practical to understand? If yes, everyone type in SP, that this is simple and this is so practical. Don't invest in the stock market for money. Invest in the stock market to make wealth and invest in people. Don't invest in organizations. Don't invest in stocks. Invest in the right people. Are you understanding what I'm saying here? Correct? Like, let's take an example, okay? If 50 years ago, not 50 years ago, let's say 20 years ago, if you would have invested money in Tanishq, that is owned by Tata, correct? If you would have invested in Tanishq, Titan, I think is the name of the brand, the stock. Today, you would have been a crorepati if you had invested money 20 years ago. Do you know that Rakesh Jhunjhunwala had maximum stocks in Tanishq? How many of you know this? If you don't know this, you should know this. Maximum money Rakesh Jhunjhunwala made initially was from Tanishq. Bottom line is this. He did not invest in a stock. Most people think, how can I get a tip? How can I get lucky to invest in the right stock to make more money? Ordinary people think like that. People like Rakesh Jhunjhunwala, they did not invest in stocks. They invested in people whom they knew in the last 50 years have been making money. And in the next 50 years, their goal is 1,000% bigger than even Rakesh Jhunjhunwala's goal. He would always invest in those kind of people. If you do the same, you can also make money in stock market. Anybody can make money in the stock market. But if you follow rule number 1, invest money on people in the stock market, not on the stock. Invest money to make wealth, not money. Is this practical again? Yes. Let's go to rule number 2. Rule number 2 is very, very critical. Rule number 2 is always invest for the long-term wealth, not for the short-term money. This is related to point number 1. If you're investing for wealth and if you're investing in the right people, not only the organization, not only the stock, then you cannot invest in the stock market for 6 months or 1 year. You have to invest in the stock market for long term. When I say long term, 5 years and 10 years. Let's take an example. If you look at the stock price of any organization in the last 1 year, very few organizations will show a direct jump. Most organizations will show kind of an up and down graph, correct? But if you look at big companies who have grown, like Ratan Tata ji, Narayan Murthy ji, Elon Musk, I'm talking about the names that you are really inspired by. If you look at any one of these names and if you look at their chart in the last 1 year, it's always up and down, up and down, up and down. So it would be very unpredictable for you to say, when will the stock go up? When will the stock go down? And because of that, it becomes very dangerous to invest money only to make money. If you want to invest money, follow rule number 1. Invest in those people as people. And now rule number 2, keep that money there for 5 to 10 years. Everyone type in the chat window, invest long term. LT, everyone type in LT, invest for long term, 5 or 10 years. Why? Because now you're investing in people. Now you're investing in their business. Now you're giving them time to use your money to hire the right people, to do the right business, to create the right products, to create profits on your money. Correct? So if you look at any big business person, it takes 5 to 10 years for them to create wealth with the kind of goals they have. Because they have huge goals. Like for an example, let's look at Mukesh Ambani. He had an idea of creating Jio, right? Reliance Jio. Did it take only 1 year to create that company? No, it took him good 3 to 5 years to build it and to even create the foundation. And today it is doing so well. Think about Tanishq. In the first year when Tanishq started, it was not doing so well. But today that jewelry store is making so much money. I mean, and India is a place we keep buying gold, right? Bottom line is you have to look at long-term investment, never do short-term investment. But then question is it right to do trading or is it bad to do trading? What is trading? If you want to make wealth, long-term investment. If you want to make only money, short-term money, trading. Now, can you make big money with trading? Of course you can. There are people who've proven it. But then comes in learning number 3 for today. But let's do a quick recap. What is learning number 1? Invest on people for making wealth. Don't invest in the stock market to make money. Okay, write that down. Invest on people, your heroes, to make wealth. Don't invest in stock market for making money. Point number 2, invest for long term, not short term. But then comes in the point number 3, which is very, very critical. Should you invest for trading or only for investment? You can make money from trading also, but there's a rule number 3. Let me tell you what is that rule number 3. Tell me first, higher the risk, higher the gains. How many of you agree that is correct? Tell me C for correct in the chat window quickly. If you want to make more money in your life, you have to take more risk in your life. Is that correct? Have you heard about that saying? Do you believe in that saying? Have you seen people making money with that saying? Have you seen people taking more risk and making more money? If yes, type in C for correct in the chat window quickly. Let's see how many people typing in C. Being who you are is saying C correct. Nikita is saying correct. Lakshmi is saying correct. Ashwati is saying correct. Mithilesh is saying correct. Hetal is saying correct. AB is saying correct. Manikanta is saying correct. Sapna is saying correct. Seema is saying correct. Devika is also saying correct. Tamanna is also saying correct. Okay. All of you who are saying correct, Gopi and everyone who are saying correct, take your hands like this. Come on, jaldi, jaldi, take your hands like this. Give yourself a tappu and say wrong answer. Wrong answer. Yes, it's wrong. Take your hands like this. Say higher the risk, higher the chances of losing money. Yes. Higher the risk, higher the chances of losing money. The point of higher the risk, higher the money is a stupid saying. Ordinary people use that. If you keep taking stupid high risk, you will lose money. You will not gain money. If you don't believe me, read this book called Buffettology by Warren Buffett. Warren Buffett is one of the smartest investors in the world. And you agree with that, right? By the way, whether you agree or not, he's proven it by the amount of money that he's made in the stock market, correct? In his book, he says, take your hands like this, everyone. Say, lower the risk, higher the returns. Yes, that's what he says. Take your hands like this. Say, lower the risk, higher the returns. Now you would say, but Mitesh, I never heard of that. Yes. Smart traders and investors don't take stupid risk. Ordinary people take stupid risk. What is a stupid risk? Let me explain. Stupid risk is taking unnecessary chances. For an example, somebody gives you a tip and say, invest today quickly. The stock market is going to go up in the next 2 days and you're going to make crores. You take a tip. You listen to somebody blindly and you invest that money, and after 2 days, higher the risk, higher the loss. This is how people go bankrupt in the trading business. How many of you agree this is absolutely correct? Type in A for absolutely correct again. People go bankrupt in the stock market because they take stupid risk. Those people believe higher the risk, higher the gains. Wrong answer. The right answer is what people like Warren Buffett say: lower your risk, higher your returns. Why should you play with your money? See, think about it like this. Okay, if you have let's say 2,000 rupees in your hands right now, okay, and you are putting that money on a game. Let's say you're playing casino. Okay, in any casino, is the risk higher to lose money or is the risk lower to lose money? Quickly tell me in the chat window, everyone. If you take 2,000 rupees, you go to a casino and you invest money in the casino to make money back. Is there a higher risk in the casino business or is there a lower risk on the casino business? Quickly tell me in the chat window, everyone. As anybody knows from watching movies or from playing personal stupid games in the casino world, 99% people lose in the casino because the risk level in casino is extremely high. And that is why the chances of losing money in the casino business is extremely high. Trading can also be like casino. If you understand rule number 3, what is rule number 3? Rule number 3 is high risk is uneducated decision. Write that down on your notepads. High risk is uneducated decision in the stock market. Low risk is educated investment in trading. I repeat, high risk is uneducated decision in the stock market. Low risk is educated investment in the stock market, whether you do trading, whether you do investment. What does that mean? People who take low risk with their money, they study a lot. Yeah, they study a lot. They analyze a lot. They study about the owner of the company, the temperament of the company, the past of the company, the future decisions of the company. They are educated on how to invest in the stock market. They are educated. They don't listen to tips. How many of you agree with that? Type in yes in the chat window if you agree. People who make big money are very smart. They don't take stupid risk with their money. So people like Warren Buffett, do you know that Warren Buffett had not invested money in the Apple company for many years? For a lot of time, he did not invest in any IT sector, whereas IT sector was the highest growing industry in the world. But I'll tell you why he did not invest. Warren Buffett always said, I don't invest money where I am not educated. He says, I am educated about manufacturing companies like Coke. Do you know that he had a lot of company money invested in the Coke, in Coke company, Coca-Cola. But because he did not understand IT industry, he said, I don't understand it, so I'm not educated. So I cannot predict whether this company will grow or not grow. So if I don't understand, I don't invest. It's as simple as that. And everybody used to tell Warren Buffett, but sir, I'm telling you, we are doing the research, we are telling you invest, it's the right place to invest. Look at the growth in the company. And he said, no, 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 no. If I don't invest, I will. If I don't understand, if I am not educated, I will not invest. Lower my risk, higher my returns. Everyone type in your notepads, in your chat window, and write it in your notepads. Lower the risk, higher the investment. LR, lower the risk. HI, higher the returns, right? HR, LR, HR. Everyone type in the chat window, LR, HR. Lower the risk, higher the returns. If you want higher returns, learn to educate yourself. Don't directly start investing money in the stock market without learning, without educating yourself. Most of us make this mistake of investing money in the stock market being uneducated, which means you're trusting other people blindly to do to invest your money. Type in G for guilty. How many people make this mistake? You are not 80 to 100% educated. When I say 80 to 100%, I mean if today I ask you questions about how to analyze a stock, if you don't have 80 to 100% accuracy in studying that stock, as if like an investment expert, and you're still investing money in the stock market, you are guilty of taking higher risk with your money. So your chances of losing money in your trading or investment business is very, very high. Stop taking stupid risk with your money. Stop taking stupid risk with your money. Everyone type in the word stop. Stop. जल्दी से लिखो चैट विंडो में STOP. Stop. Stop taking stupid risk with your money. I beg you, stop taking stupid risk with your money. It's your hard earned money. मेहनत से पैसा कमाते हो. आपकी फैमिली मेहनत से पैसा कमाती है. हाउ कैन यू टेक स्टूपिड रिस्क विथ योर मनी? यू आर नॉट सपोज टू डू दैट. इससे तो अच्छा डोंट इन्वेस्ट इन द स्टॉक मार्केट एट ऑल, because it is stupid to invest without education. Now you will say, but Mitesh, where can I learn? I don't understand stocks. I don't understand how to analyze. If you give me a company's report, I don't even understand what it means. Don't worry. We'll show you where to learn. But the question is, are you committed to learn? Everyone type in the chat window, RL, ready to learn. Are you ready to learn? If you are, I have personally collaborated with one of the best investment coaches in the world right now, who himself is financially free. And the reason I've collaborated with this particular coach, his name is Modit. And Modit sir, the reason I've invested and collaborated with him is because he's one of the most practical coaches I know. He clearly says, always invest for long term. He clearly says, don't take stupid risk. He clearly says, there is a systematic way to make money in the stock market. He's the only person who says, don't think unnecessary, big and stupid. Think systematic, think long term. And I love his philosophy. And that is why we've collaborated with him to educate people on stock market, on understanding both long-term investments in the stock market and making it wealth, and how to educate yourself to do trading if you want to, but in a very humble way, in a very down-to-earth way, not getting excited and stupid. How many of you are ready to be humble and learn? Type in H for humble in the chat window. If you're ready to be humble, see, it requires humility to learn. Otherwise, you know what is arrogance? I know everything. मुझे सब कुछ आता है. मैंने बहुत कुछ सीखा है स्टॉक मार्केट के बारे में. Learn from success. Don't learn from knowledge. Everyone type in the chat window LFS. Learn from success. Don't learn from knowledge. What does that mean? Somebody who says to you, I have a lot of knowledge about stock market, a lot of knowledge. I've read a lot about stock market. Never listen to this person. Like in my case, don't listen to me about what I say about the stock market. I have invested money based on my experience. To some extent, I have success, but most of my knowledge till now is based on books. Indu is the one who's the superhero in my family for investments. Modit is our collaborator who's the master on investments. But I would say don't learn stocks from me. Learn law of attraction from me because I am successful in law of attraction practicing myself. Now, don't learn from those trainers who have read books on law of attraction, read books on stock, and they're teaching you how to do stocks and law of attraction. How many of you agree with that? Type in yes in the chat window. Don't learn from knowledge, learn from people who have success in that area. Is that making sense to you? Give me a thumbs up. Perfect. So Mudit is someone, the reason I've collaborated with him, because you can learn from his success. He's created this beautiful course, and I want to give you the gift of his first lesson completely free. How many of you would love to attend that lesson right now? Completely free. So if you would love to, here is the link for that. And before I give you the link, those of you who are here for the first time, quickly like this video if you're liking what you're hearing so far. Share this video with some people who are taking unnecessary stupid risk with their money. Most importantly, subscribe to this channel quickly because every time I bring new videos to you, if you want to be notified, after you type in the subscribe button, you'll see this amazing button over here that's called the bell icon in YouTube. Only when you click on the bell icon, then you will get a notification from YouTube next time I'm coming up with a video like this. So giving you the link, and this is the link. It's miteshkhatri.com/invest. Please make sure. Register on this link properly with your email ID and phone number. You'll get a WhatsApp from Mudit sir for the Zoom link and everything, for the webinar link. After you attend this webinar, you'll be learning 3 secrets on how to make money with the stock market. Secret number 1, you will learn when to invest. Everyone type in when. Timing is everything in the stock market, like when to invest. How many of you agree? If you're in the wrong timing in the stock market, you can actually lose money. For an example, I'll be very honest with you. I made the stupid mistake of investing like about 1 month before the coronavirus hit and invested a huge money in the stock market at that time, and the money went down at that time. We lost a lot of money, but that's when we really started educating ourselves instead of just investing based on people's tips or people's guidance to us. We said no more. We are not going to make money investment decisions based on other people's knowledge. We're going to make money based on other people's success who will educate us how to make investments. That's where I met people like Modit and started investing based on low risk educated decisions. Today, my money is growing. That's step number 1. That's secret number 1 on when to invest is what Modit sir will teach you in the first 15 minutes. Secret number 2, what to invest on. Everyone type in what to invest on, which means which stock should you buy? Which company? How do you decide that? That is the secret that he will tell you how to understand which stock to invest on. Secret number 3 is very powerful. It's my absolute favorite secret on how do you really create wealth in the investment business, whether it is trading, whether it is long-term investment. How do you really create wealth in the secret number 3? What is the secret number 3? It's a secret. How can I tell you now? Right? At the end of this lesson number 1, he explains to you what is secret number 3. But promise me you will learn with humility. Don't sit there with this mindset of, I know everything about stock. No. If you are not successful in the stock market, then you don't know anything. Simple as that. If you can see that Modit sir is successful, he's living his entire life financially free because he's in the mastery of this kind of investments business, learn from his success. Exchange energy with him. When people talk, you don't only hear people's words, you can actually sense people's energy. Like how many of you connect with me because you've heard about law of attraction from me also, you've heard about law of attraction from somebody else also. But the reason you connect with me is not because I say the same words, because there's some different energy connection that we have. How many of you agree with me? Type in me in the chat window. If you agree that you and I have some kind of an energy connection and you can feel my energy. And that is why you learn law of attraction from me. Otherwise, there are like 100 trainers on YouTube or everyone else over there who teach the same things, the same law of attraction, the same words. It's some frequency that you feel with me, right? So my request is when you learn from Modit sir, please take his energy, not just his word. And the only way you can do that is by being humble. Do you promise to be humble? Type in IP, I promise to be humble when you register and start learning with Modit sir. Okay? Now, whether you learn with Mudit sir or not today, whether you take advantage of this opportunity or not, I hope I was able to give you some clarity about, is stock market the right place or wrong place for you? Is it good or bad? Was I able to give you some clarity, some value? Do you think this video was valuable to you? If yes, type in V for value in the chat window. And please tell me if I should continue doing these sessions of YouTube Live with you at 10 p.m. so that you could take the advantage of coming home after office and still attending these live sessions. Earlier, I was doing it at 5 p.m. And a lot of people sent us emails saying, we are missing these sessions because we're in the office. I'm attending, but I'm not attending fully present because I'm doing some other work in the house. So that's why we made this decision of doing this at 10 p.m. Are you liking this time better? If yes, just type in 10 p.m. in the chat window. If majority people are typing in 10 p.m., then we will continue these sessions at 10 p.m. If some of you say 5 p.m., we'll see how many people are saying 5 p.m. and then based on that decision, we'll continue to doing more sessions in the future from tomorrow onwards, either at 10 p.m. or at 5 p.m. Okay. Thank you very much, everyone. I loved talking to all of you. I loved sharing my perspective of how I made some profits, I made some losses in the stock market because sometimes I made some high risk, high stupid risks and lost a lot of money. But now I'm taking educated risk, learning from people like Mudit sir, and taking low risk, educated decisions in the stock market. Thank you very much for giving me the privilege and this opportunity to share my knowledge with you. Believe me, I feel awesome every time I come and share with you. So while I know some of you send me an email saying thank you for sharing all this knowledge for free, but believe me, I'm doing it for myself. I love connecting with all of you. I love sharing with this with all of you. Whether you join some of my courses or not, thank you for this opportunity. It's such an amazing experience late at night to, kind of give, knowing I don't have to worry about knowing who you are. I don't have to worry about whether you will meet me or not, whether you'll join my courses or not. Just feeling here that I'm present, I'm connected to all of you and just sharing my knowledge. Thank you for this feeling. Thank you for this opportunity. I'm privileged. Thank you very much. I will see you soon in the next video. But how will you know where is the next video and when is the next video? Well, subscribe to the channel if you've not done it quickly. Hit the bell icon so that I will see you soon in the next video where we'll do another important topic of how do you attract amazing results in 4 areas of life: health, relationships, career, and money. One last time, here is your link. See you soon with Mudit sir and let's learn with humility. Bye-bye.